Best at living, laughing, yo-yoing, so people on kayaks everywhere redeem deals each autumn, lest eggs really are wicked and red during spring. That is the coincidental acronym that spells out Bally's Poker Dealer Awards. Complete coincidence, no affiliation with the casino, but that's the awards name, and it spells out something very apt, which is very fortuitous. This year, 2022, is the second year we're doing this. We did it last year. It was very crude last year. I took the votes by hand. I went up to each voter, went through all 20 categories last year, and just tallied everything on paper, and then counted it all up, and there were the awards afterwards. This year is going to be a lot better. Next year, I do hope to make it even better, even easier to vote, but this is how we're going to do it this year. Anybody can vote who played at least one hand at Bally's this year, honor system. If you want to vote, email me at the email address on the screen, riceisaspoonfood@gmail.com, no spaces. Email anything related to voting. Say, I want to vote, voting, the awards, anything like that. I will email you back with every category, and you respond with the dealer you're voting for in each category. You don't need to vote for all of them. You could vote for 5, leave everything else blank, that's okay. Voting is open right now, and it closes at 11:55 p.m. November 15th. So send me the emails, get your votes in. If it's clear you have no idea who the dealers are, then I'm not gonna count any of the votes, but if you know who they are, include their names and your votes will count. I understand it would be a lot easier if there were pictures, but because the name of this award ceremony is completely a coincidence and there's no affiliation with the casino, I can't use anyone's picture, so we have to deal with that. But it is a fun award ceremony, and we have 3 categories of awards this year. We have returning categories from last year, we have new categories, and we have player categories. Bally's Regs are going to be winning these 5 awards at the end. And how fitting that I'm going to go over the categories for you while I'm upstairs inside Bally's. Returning categories: best lefty dealer, best righty dealer, fastest dealer, best brush, least likely to snap at a player, best at taking $1 chips out of play without being asked. I can't stand when there's too many ones on the table, slows down the game when people bet with them. Best at dealing a player in who says, deal me in, I'll be right back, and then walks away, which around here is known as the Vinny Award, because back in the day, Vinny was the best at it. Least likely to misdeal, least likely to premature burn and turn, best attitude, and of course, most valuable dealer. We have 5 new categories this year. Best dual rate, half dealer, half floor. Best dealer who is not a dealer, cashiers, and full-time floor. Sometimes they do the push late at night when there's not a lot of tables going. No dual rates, no dealers for this one. Just cashiers and floor people. Best at talking while keeping the action moving. Quickest at cutting down and counting an all-in bet accurately. Emphasis on accurately. I can't stand when people guess, oh, it looks like 188, and then they cut it down and they might be right, they might be wrong. You're gonna cut it down anyway, and you're gonna say the correct amount anyway. For some people, they hear that first number, and then their thinking totally stops and freezes and has to restart when they hear a different number in a few seconds. So I just like when dealers cut it, count it, and say the correct number one time. Best at announcing the straddle before the first card is dealt. Some players get really mad when they're looking at their whole cards and then thinking about what to do, and they didn't realize there was a straddle. They raised to 12 when they thought it was 3 to go, they didn't see it was 6, or they limped the 3 when they thought it was 3 to go, they didn't see the 6. Sometimes they get mad at the dealer, so whether it's an official rule or not, it's good to say there's a straddle before the first card is dealt. And finally, an entirely new category, the player awards. Bally's Regs will be getting these awards. First one, most hours with chips on the table, but not in the seat. Second, largest personal device for watching TV while playing poker. Most time unaware that action is on him or her. Fourth, most complaints that chopping is now disallowed here. And last one, most likely to sit down 2 spots in front of the big blind and say, I'll wait for the button to pass. So there it is. You email me at the address on the screen right now. I'll email you the categories. You respond with your votes. I'm hoping to have a lot of votes. We didn't have many last year, and it should be a fun voting process and award ceremony. In full disclosure, I do not vote. I organize it, and I break ties. That's the only vote I have. In case there's a tie, I break it, just like last year. And I also had 2 active poker dealers in Vegas okay these categories. They reviewed them. They let me know if there was anything egregious in there, anything egregious that was missing, anything like that. I need 2 active dealers to okay the categories. It's in the bylaws, and we got that done. So I urge you to vote. Send me the email. Respond when I send you the categories, and we'll get this done. On November 16th, I will have everything tallied. I will make a video with the winners, and a few days after that, a video should go up showing you who won each category, and of course, each winner gets a very fancy certificate.
I got it at the stadium.